going to go ahead and hop in and talk about the 76ers and the Nets. A series that's looking like it's going to be fast, as everybody predicted. And I'll just start it off saying my thoughts about it. Not really much to talk about. I think we're just seeing like the 76ers get out there, play lazy, sluggish, and still win. I think the only thing I could really think about for the Nets to do is really for them to just let Cam Thomas play. Just let Cam play, bro. Like Cam showed you he can drop 40, 40, 40. Like, why is Cam not getting minutes in a series like this? Like, you guys are having stretches where you're playing defensive stops and you can't score on the other offensive end and you need some offense. Put Cam in the game. That's what Cam's job is. I think Cam can come in and be like the Lou Will. And honestly, Cam doesn't play defense. But so what? If he's the sixth man, you're not looking for the sixth man to play defense. You're looking for some offense. So I'm going to just pass it off to you, Trail. What you think about the Nets in the 76ers series?
I think they should just lay down and take it. Pause. They should just lay down and lose, man. They got a bunch of potential for next year, man.
Lay down and lose.
Y'all made the playoffs. Y'all know what y'all capable of. Y'all might as well just get ready for next season because the 76ers is not letting up, man.
I want to say this though, they were 11-13 after the trade deadline. So you think if a full season of that, they still make the playoffs?
I think that team's still good enough to make playoffs. They got a bunch of good role players on their team, man.
Not in the East. Not at all. Not in the East. Not
especially, yes. In the East,
the East ain't easy to make the playoffs.
Would you rather them be in the West?
They got a better chance in the West making it in the East.
No, they definitely don't. The West is too stacked for them, man.
The West probably has a lot of good teams, but the East, you could put those same top teams in the West and the East, and none of them make it out the second round. None of them beat the Celtics. None of them beat the Bucks. Maybe they go 7 with the 76ers, but the East is the more competitive conference. They have the top dogs, the favorites to win the whole thing. The West just has competitive good teams, but honestly, once you start getting to the bottom, you have like the Nets and the Mavs. Like that's a pick 'em.
So you think whoever comes out the West just gonna lose to somebody in the East? That's a good way to think of it. I ain't gonna lie, it is.
Are you saying that just for this season or just in general? Because that didn't happen last season.
I think this season. I think last year you put those. You get a healthy Bucks. You get a healthy Chris Middleton. I think the Bucks they beat the Celtics, and I think the Bucks they beat the Warriors. I think honestly, Giannis is a kryptonite to the Warriors.
We're not talking about the Bucks. We're talking about Golden State and Boston.
State and Boston. I think Boston could do it this year. That's
what happened last year.
Well, last year,
that is what happened.
Golden State exposed them. So
they ain't exposed them.
We wouldn't be talking about this if the Nets was going against a team like Miami. Do you think that you think they'll just lose all 4 games to Miami?
No.
Exactly. So if it was
Sheldon, what you got? Hop in there, Sheldon.
Well, I don't agree with playing Cam Thomas because he doesn't play defense. Why am I putting him out there if he can't play defense? It goes with like all these other teams. If you can't play defense, there's no purpose of putting you out there. The Nets, they're gonna lose, but I did say 5, so they'll win a game. They just don't have no answer for Joel. And James Harden isn't even playing that good, honestly. He's playing really below average, but it's really Joel and the others. Tobias Harris has actually been playing decent. Tyrese Maxey has had a good game, but they just don't have the firepower to keep up with them. And then the defensive specialists like Dorian Finney-Smith, he's okay defensively, but he really can't guard none of them. Cam Johnson, he had a good game last game, but it wasn't enough. And Mikal Bridges didn't even play that good that game. But it's gonna be real quick and easy. Like it's just gonna be 4-1, and they'll move on and play Boston. They'll play Boston. It's not this series.
I think it's a boring series, honestly. Yeah, I think honestly,
of course, it's a boring series. The Nets have no firepower, no star power to match up with Phillies.
The only person they got is Cam. They don't want to play him.
He doesn't play defense.
He doesn't need to play. He's a 6th man. He doesn't need to play.
Like the Hawks in Boston right now.
He does need to play defense. You got to stop somebody.
Not if you're the 6th man. He doesn't need to. He's
not even a 6th man.
Jordan Poole don't play defense like that either, though.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like when you bring in like these, when you bring him in as the role as the 6th man to just be offense, I think you give that up. You don't care. Make his job easy. Lou Will didn't play defense. No one ever said, "Oh, we can't put Lou Williams in because he doesn't play defense." Oh, we can't put Malik Monk in because he doesn't play defense. When you bring someone in as a six man, you only have one job to score. I think honestly, if they're gonna attack Cam, I think he's gonna give out more on the other side. Honestly, the Nets defense has been stepping up and it's been good effort.
See,
One,
but the difference between Lou Will and Cam, Lou Will can play make and score. Cam Thomas can't play make. He doesn't play defense. All he is scoring.
that's
I'm not.
yeah.
Is Seth Curry? Is Seth Curry like he's not better? I wouldn't say he's better than Cam, but Seth Curry is really the backup point guard, and he's just a better shooter than him. But he's not. He hasn't done anything. Royce O'Neal, he's not better scorer than Cam, but Royce can still give you at least probably 10 points, and he's played defense. That's the only reason. You can't just come on and just have one thing you're good at. You have to have multiple things you're good
I
at,
don't know.
and that's Cam.
Yeah,
And that's Cam.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think it really. I really don't. I don't think it really matters because honestly, the ceiling of Cam offense is just so far. Like Cam's offense is just so far past what any of those guys bring in. I don't.
And how come he doesn't play?
Because the coach doesn't want to play him. I don't think it's a good enough.
Why do you think he doesn't play him?
Because
Why you think he doesn't?
Because of his defense. Because of his defense. I mean, I get what you're saying.
All right,
I respect your points and get it, but I'm just not convinced that's a good enough reason not to play him. He's the answer for your offensive problems. Honestly, there's enough people. They got stops every time Brooklyn gets stops and do the right thing. Like it was a possession where they were stopping them. Then Maxey come down, boom, hit a three. They couldn't score. They couldn't return the answer. And it's like that sucked the life out of teams.
I got a question. Why doesn't Isaiah Okoro play? Why does JB Bickerstaff go to Shetty Osman?
Because Isaiah Okoro has no offense.
My point exactly. You got to do more than just your best thing. That's my point. That's my point. But his offense is not good. It's not that good. You have to do more. Shetty, I wouldn't say he's a better defender than Osman, but Osman he can defend somewhat, and his offense is better. You have to do more. You can't just be on the court just because you score, unless you're just OP player. Because if that was the case, Cam would still be in the rotation. Boy, that man, he drops 40 games in a row, and they still and Jock Vaughn still ain't playing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a reason why. Like it's not shocking to me. It's a lot of these players that don't
it's just
play.
it's not a good enough reason. I get it. He doesn't play.
It is a good enough reason.
I don't think it is, honestly. Yeah.
It is. That's a good enough reason. You got to do more than just.
Yeah, so Ace, what you think about the series so far? The Nets and 76ers. Any takeaways or you just want to move on?
It's an easy series for the 76ers, bro. The Nets can't match up whatsoever.
Yeah.
They might win one or maybe two games, if anything. But as far as saying that the Nets can beat the 76ers in the series, it's not going down. It's a boring series, just like Boston and Atlanta.